In the small, sleepy village of Wrenwood, Alara often wandered the woods seeking solace from the monotony of her life. At 17, she felt like an outsider, tethered to a world that never seemed to fit her. Her only escape was the dense, whispering forest that bordered her village, a place of quiet mystery where her imagination roamed free. But one fateful evening, the forest whispered something new. The sun was setting, casting golden rays through the treetops, when Alara stumbled upon it, a door. It stood impossibly upright in the middle of a clearing, ancient and overgrown with ivy. Intricate carvings of animals, stars, and swirling patterns adorned its wooden surface. At the center, a faintly glowing symbol, an exact match to the birthmark on Alara's wrist, caught her eye. Compelled by an unseen force, she reached out. The door creaked open, revealing a kaleidoscope of light and color. Before she could think twice, Alara stepped through. She emerged into a world unlike anything she had ever imagined. Towering crystal trees sparkled in the soft, otherworldly light. Rivers flowed with liquid silver, and the air shimmered with the faint hum of magic. Ethereal creatures flitted between the trees, winged foxes, luminescent butterflies, and a herd of deer with antlers made of gold. Alara's breath caught in her throat. Her wonder was short-lived. A figure leapt from the shadows, pinning her to the ground. "Who are you, and why have you come here?" growled a voice. She looked up to see a man clad in green and silver armor, his piercing emerald eyes glaring down at her. A curved sword rested against her throat. I didn't mean any harm," Alara stammered. "I just found the door. It called to me." She raised her wrist, revealing the glowing birthmark. The man's eyes widened, and he quickly pulled her to her feet. "Impossible," he muttered. "Humans were banished centuries ago. You shouldn't be here." "Who are you?" Alara asked, brushing herself off. "Corrin," he said reluctantly. "Guardian of the Veil. And you, trespasser, have a lot to explain." Corrin led her to a glade where the air thrummed with energy. A massive oak tree stood at its center, its roots glowing faintly with golden light. There, they met Erendor, a gnarled forest spirit with bark-like skin and eyes that glowed like embers. Erendor studied Alara intently. "She bears the mark of the Keepers," he said, his voice a deep rumble. "The last humans who protected this realm before they succumbed to greed and destruction. Tell me, child, do you know of your lineage?" Alara shook her head. "No. I don't even know why I'm here." Erendor sighed. "The veil that separates our worlds has weakened. Dark forces stir, led by the Shadow King, a ruler banished for his lust for power. Your presence may have been fated, but it has also accelerated the corruption." Alara glanced around. The once vibrant glade seemed dimmer, the edges of the leaves curling as if burned. "What can I do?" she asked. Corrin scoffed. "You, a mere human." "Silence, Corrin," Erendor commanded. "Alara's mark is a key. She has the potential to restore balance or destroy it entirely. She must decide which path to take." Over the next few days, Alara trained under Corrin's reluctant guidance. She learned to harness the faint magic that pulsed through her mark, using it to heal small wounds and summon light in the darkened woods. As they worked together, Corrin's skepticism began to fade, replaced by a grudging respect. But the corruption spread faster than anyone anticipated. Trees withered overnight, and once gentle creatures turned feral. Villages of Fey folk fled deeper into the realm. The Shadow King's influence was growing. Erendor revealed the truth. The Shadow King sought to shatter the veil entirely, merging the human and magical worlds. If successful, he would plunge both realms into chaos and rule over the ruins. To stop him, you must confront him, Erendor told Alara. But beware. He will try to use your humanity against you. The Shadow King's fortress loomed like a jagged wound in the landscape, its spires wrapped in shadows that seemed alive. Alara and Corran fought their way through a labyrinth of traps and creatures, finally reaching the throne room. The Shadow King rose, his form cloaked in darkness. His voice was a chilling echo. "Ah, the Keeper's heir. How fitting that you would come to me." Alara stood her ground. "I'm here to stop you." The Shadow King laughed. "Stop me? You are no different from the humans who ruined this realm. Join me, and I will give you power beyond your dreams." For a moment, doubt flickered in Alara's mind. But then she thought of the realm's beauty, of Corran's unwavering belief in her, and of the hope she'd seen in the eyes of the Fey villages. "I choose balance," she said firmly. Her mark blazed with light, filling the room. The Shadow King screamed as the light consumed him, and the corruption dissolved. When it was over, the realm began to heal. Flowers bloomed where darkness had taken root, and the air felt lighter. Erendor smiled. "You have done well, child. But the door must be sealed to prevent further harm." Alara nodded, tears in her eyes. She said goodbye to Corran and the realm she had grown to love. As she stepped back through the door, she felt a bittersweet sense of closure. Back in Renwood, the door vanished, leaving only a faint glow on her wrist. Though she was home, she carried the magic of the hidden realm within her, a reminder that she was no longer ordinary, she was a keeper of balance, a bridge between worlds. The moral of this story is that true strength lies in selflessness and the courage to protect what is right. By choosing harmony over personal gain, Alara shows that maintaining balance is essential. Respecting nature is key to creating a better world. Acting for the greater good leads to balance and harmony. Choosing selflessness over power is a path to a brighter future. If Alara's journey inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe now to explore more stories that inspire courage, wisdom, and the power of choosing the greater good.